This is the L2C Radio Network, live from the Tom O'Neill Memorial Studios inside the Park Forest apartment complex in Jackson. This is Steve's Sporty Balls. I'm your substitute announcer, Franklin J. Warbles. And here's your host. The man with the biggest sporty balls in the business, Steve the Baxman Baxley. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Steve's Sporty Balls. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm taking a bite of supper. Had a very interesting evening, so the rest of the supper is in the kitchen, so Okay, so we're going to get with it here. And let's get to some news, scores, and a whole lot more from our Desilu microphones. So here we go. Here's what's happening in the world of sport. HULU Urias, a free agent left-handed pitcher, has been charged with 5 misdemeanors by the LA City Attorney's Office, stemming from his arrest last summer when he was pitching for the Dodgers. A spokesperson confirmed to CBS Sports Tuesday. Those include 1 count of spousal battery, 2 of domestic battery involving dating relationship, 1 of false imprisonment, and 1 of assault. An arrangement is set for May 2nd. Back in January, the Los Angeles District Attorney elected against pursuing felony charges for Urias. The 27-year-old was placed on administrative leave by Major League Baseball just days after the alleged incident. According to an ESPN report at the time, he was accused of having a physical altercation with his wife outside of BMO Stadium in Los Angeles following a soccer match between Lionel Messi's Inter Miami and the LA Football Club. According to ESPN, a bystander captured footage of the incident on their cell phone. Major League Baseball retains the right to punish any player it finds to have violated the joint domestic violence, sexual assault, and child abuse policy, even if that player is not arrested or found to be guilty in a court of law. Urias, it should be noted, was already suspended for 20 games in 2019 after he was accused of shoving his girlfriend to the ground in a parking lot. Hey, Mikey, Susie 4. Hello, Lugnuts. I was recommended to your channel regarding sports. I am a huge fan of all things sports-wise. Well, I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Tell all your friends about it. We do sports a little differently. We take things a little seriously, but we also do things. We're sort of as the late, great Glenn Brenner from WUSA would say, unprofessional, that's what we are. This is a show for sports fans, and we're proud to be doing this. Let's see. If the MLB again suspends Urias, as it stands to reason, it will be a lengthy banishment. If they do, given he's a repeat offender, he'll become the first player in league history to be punished twice for violating the aforementioned policy, Oh boy. Okay, let's go for some NFL news. Let's pump up the joy here. Yes, friends, with the 2024 NFL draft slowly approaching, being in the Motor City, the NFL is an ever evolving ecosystem in the offseason. Almost every offseason, four-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Stephon Diggs posts some cryptic message on social media, seemingly to indicate a desire to be traded. Almost every year he stays put, and Diggs and the Bills act like his comments are no big deal. But in 2024, he got traded as Buffalo sent him down south to the AFC South Division champs, the Houston Texans. We're pro days now in the rearview mirror. Washington Huskies quarterback and 2023 Heisman Trophy runner-up Michael Penix Jr. has seen his stock climb. Oh, the lady, oh, the lady, oh. After posting a 40-yard dash time in the 4.5s, revealing athleticism as a runner that wasn't put on display much in college, he now makes his debut in the Podell mock draft. That's right, kids. Our friends at CBS Sports have a mock draft for version 5.0, the penultimate edition prior to the 2024 NFL Draft in Detroit on Thursday, April the 25th. And where is he going to be? Well, let's give it to you. In the mock draft, round one, the Chicago Bears select Caleb Williams, quarterback. That's right. Round one, pick number 2, the Washington Commanders select Drake Mayer, quarterback from North Carolina. Okay, let's go to round 1, pick 3 for the lovely Art Channel's only 5 subs behind your total, Steve. Well, we want to build up, folks. Trust me, we do want to build up. So if anyone loves sports with a little comedy, consider us to be the daily show of sports, but a little bit funnier. Let's see. Round 1, pick 3 goes to New England, and they will be probably selecting quarterback Jaden Daniels. Wow. From LSU. The 4th pick goes to Minnesota, and they get the lucky pick ski, kids. J.J. McCarthy, quarterback for Michigan, in the mock draft goes to the Minnesota Vikings. Marvin Harrison, pick 5, goes to the LA Chargers from Ohio State. He's the wide receiver, Marvin Harrison Jr. Pick 6 goes to the New York Giants. They will probably select Malik Neighbors, a wide receiver from LSU. Pick 7 in the first round goes to the Tennessee Titans, and they will be selecting possibly Mr. Joe Alt, offensive tackle from Notre Dame. Pick 8 in the first round belongs to the Atlanta Falcons, and they are picking Alabama's Dallas Turner. And Mikey Size 4 says, J.J. McCarthy's questionable only because of decision-making, but he'd be a great addition to Minnesota. I agree with you more. He would be actually a great steal for the Detroit Lions. But obviously the Lions are pinning their future on Jared Goff, which is not bad. They came so close, the Lions did, to getting in the Super Bowl. But now I think they got some pieces, and they are ready. They've had that taste, and now they're hungry. And don't forget, folks, in May, the schedules will be officially announced, and we will dissect them schedules and make our own little predictions on how the Lions will fare. And believe me, they're going to fare. Pick 8 to the Falcons, Dallas Turner from Alabama. Pick 9 in the first round, go back to Chicago. Rome Odunze, wide receiver from Washington. Round 1, pick 10, Brock Bowers for the Jets. Brock Bowers, tight end out of Georgia. And Mikey says, my 49ers got very lucky over Detroit in the NFC Championship title game early this year. They did. They shocked the world. I'm going to say it. They fooled everyone. Detroit made a little comeback, tried to make it at least close. They did, but still that one decision. And granted, coaches are known for making some good decisions and making some bad decisions. And I will agree with the masses, not going for it. They should have went for 3 points. They could have done it, but hey, they got a taste. And this season, I think the Lions are going to be hungry. When you wound an animal, that's when they become more hungry. That's when they become dangerous, is when you wound them. They become dangerous. Okay, pick 11 is going to go to Arizona. It's Jared Verse from Florida. And this is like the mock NFL draft. Some may be great picks, nice predictions. Others, well, stinkers. For the Broncos, they're going to select Alabama cornerback Terrion Arnold. The 13th pick in the first round goes to the Las Vegas Raiders, and it's going to be quarterback from Washington, Michael Penix Jr. We also got the 14th pick prediction from Oregon State. The offensive tackle, Talis Fuaga, will be going to New Orleans. The 15th pick of the first round goes to the Colts. Reportedly, they are going to select, predicted, Toledo's Quinion Mitchell, cornerback. And we got some others here, but we're going to do them one night at a time, folks. So get ready. And here we go. Well, we told you about it last night. It is now official. The Arizona Cardinals need a total revamp of their offensive line, built strong around Kyler Murray, quarterback, if he's still willing to stay in Arizona. If he is, I think Arizona may just build something around him. I mean, I grant you, Arizona's had some good seasons, and they had some bad ones. And last year, well, wasn't a bad one, but still. If you want to keep your quarterback happy, if you want to keep him around, build your team around him. Get some, as they say, get some meat on the hoof. Or some meat on the hook, because they're going to need some bulk. They're going to need some big players. They're going to need some big players, man. They got to get some muscle in there because, in defense and in the offense, you got to have that muscle. And friends, it is now official. John Calipari is saying goodbye to Kentucky and hello, Arkansas, presumably to be the next head coach of Arkansas. As he said in his farewell, quote, the last few weeks we have come to realize this program probably needs to hear another voice. That the university as a whole has to have another voice giving guidance about this program. The fans need to hear another voice. We think it's time for us to step away completely from the program. There have been opportunities presented to us, and we are discussing them as a family. Unquote. Kentucky Athletic Director Mitch Barnhart also released a statement on social media just minutes after Calipari posted his video to social media, and it is the usual statement. We're appreciative of John Calipari leading our program for the last 15 years, adding to the legacy of championship success at Kentucky, end quote. Barnum's statements read, quote, "We're grateful to John for his many contributions to the university and our state, both on and off the court. We're working diligently to hire a proven, highly dedicated coach who embraces the importance of this program to our fans and the state of Kentucky." Now, on Monday, Matt Norlander of CBS Sports reported that Calipari's deal with Arkansas is expected to run 5 years and pay north of $8 million. That's the kind of north I would look for. Mikey, John Calipari would be good for the Arkansas Razorbacks. He wants his players to succeed both academically as well as building a successful men's program. That's what everybody wants. That's what everybody needs. They need both sports. They need to be successful, not just academically, but also football-wise. You're a success in football, you got to be a success academically. Otherwise, wah, wah. Now, Calipari spent the past 15 seasons as the leader of the Wildcat program if he accepts Arkansas's reported offer, which he will. I will predict that. He will remain in the SEC to succeed Eric Musselman, who took the vacant job at USC earlier this month. The 65-year-old Calipari took the job at Kentucky in 2009 after spending 9 seasons at Memphis. Calipari previously had stops as an assistant coach at Kansas and Pittsburgh and was the head coach at UMass from 88 to 96. He dipped his toes in the NBA world, coaching the New Jersey Nets, now the Brooklyn Nets, from 96 and 99, spending 1 season as an assistant for the Philadelphia 76ers during the 99-2000 season. I'm going to say it. Good luck. And to Arkansas, learn from him. Be one with the Calipari. Okay, in Major League Baseball, the Astros, the red-hot Astros, who'd thunk we'd say that again, are going to be doing some baseball without their ace left-hander, Framber Valdez. Steve, we're getting closer to the NBA playoffs. I'd love to hear your pick to win it all when ready. Well, I will be ready in just a few momentations. The Houston Astros left-hander will be placed on the IL with left elbow soreness. Manager Joe Espada announced Tuesday via The Athletic. Valdez was scratched from Monday's scheduled start against the Texas Rangers with soreness near the top of his elbow, which began Sunday when he was playing catch and then persisted Monday. He'll be shut down for several days and reevaluated. We wish him well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. And even though the season is still alive and well, yes, there are basketball players spinning around a mountain going, "The hills are alive with pro basketball." Whack, whack. Let's do it, to it, Pruitt. Bali, baloo, bala. Yes, sir. It is time for the selection. Now, the playoffs, NBA playoffs, with the NBA still going on, playoff shuffling begins. Right now, if we can get to it. There we go. Little NBA. Thank you, touchscreen. Yes. Here we go. 5 most important lineups in the East. The NBA's regular season is largely defined by depth teams need as many playable options as possible, with the exception that almost everyone is going to miss time at some point. Playoffs tend to be more streamlined, in the wise words of Pat Riley. Teams should, quote, use 8, rotate 7, play 6, and trust 5 if you want that one. The deeper in playoffs teams go, the truer the axiom tends to prove. Teams typically open series, particularly in the early rounds, with 8 or 9 players earning minutes. By game 7, 6 or 7 see the court, and so on down the line. So, here are the 5 most important lineups in the Eastern Conference this postseason. For the Boston Celtics, the lineup: Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Kristaps Porzingis. Let's say that together, shall we? Porzingis. Yes, I want to hear the broadcasters who do the Celtics playoff games. Every time Kristaps Porzingis shoots a 3-pointer or 2-point shot, somebody should say, "There's a Zingus." Anyway, Boston is not going to change its starting 5 to open any series, but if any of those teams draw first blood, this is Boston's adjustment. Horford has been Embiid's kryptonite for years. He was essential against Milwaukee in 2022. And while there's no good answer to Jokic in basketball, Horford is among the better options that exist. Boston is lucky to have him. I think Boston, now this is just early assessment. I'm not going to make anything official until the regular season comes to the conclusion. But right now, Boston is my early pick to take it all. Early pick, mind you. Milwaukee Bucks, their lineup: Damian Lillard, Malik Beasley, Chris Middleton, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Baruch Lopez. Now, for the Bucks fans maintaining optimism, here it is. Milwaukee has used 4 lineups for at least 200 postseasons. This season, all of them have net ratings above plus 13. The groups that Milwaukee relies on regularly have played quite well this season. It's basically every other lineup that has dragged the Bucks down. If you're wondering how true that has been during the largely disappointing Doc Rivers era, the starting lineup covered here has won its 114 minutes under Rivers by 36 total points. Yee, ouchies. The Orlando Magic, their lineup, any combination of Jalen Suggs and Jonathan Isaac. Jonathan Isaac, he's been a 15-minute player all season because of health concerns. He comes off the bench and his minutes rarely align with Suggs for several reasons. Most notably, their track record suggests spacing issues could arise by playing them together. As such, Orlando hasn't really found a 5-man unit for these two yet. No group featuring both has played more than 51 possessions this season, and that's going to change in the playoffs. Now, what we're dealing with here, we're dealing with small samples, but Isaac's shooting a shade above 49% on 3-pointers during the calendar year of 2024. Suggs, after shooting roughly 27% in his first 2 seasons, is hovering around 40% this season. Take those numbers, however, with a grain of Morton salt. Especially since the Magic lacked the sort of traditional pick-and-roll playmaker that could spray passes to them if defenses leave them alone. But those are acceptable enough offers. They can make open shots. So right now, they got to find out which 3 would go with these two. Get them to mesh. Yeah. Cleveland Cavs, Donovan Mitchell, Max Struz, Isaac Okoro, Dean Wade, Jared Allen. This one we have to bring out Mr. Disclaimer. The caveat is that Dean Wade hasn't played since March 8th, and while he's been listed as day-to-day, aren't we all? The Cavaliers haven't offered much clarity on when he'll be back on the floor. Now, the broader point is, though, this concept is largely what powered Cleveland's midseason 18-1 surge. Mitchell was the primary ball handler. Allen was the lone big man. Shooting and defense surrounded them as a team. Mike said, in my humble opinion, yes, our opinions are always humble. Kiba. The Phoenix Suns, depth-wise and bench-wise, have the best possible chance to come out of the crowded Western Conference and take it all. Dark horse in the West would either be Dallas or Memphis. I agree with you on your assessment of the Phoenix Suns. And I'm going to say they made some great changes with the Suns. I look for them to get really close. Celtics versus Suns in the NBA Finals? Quite possibly. The one thing I am going to predict, right or wrong, the LA Lakers are a team in crisis. And their play has not been very good. Granted, they've gotten some of their act together, but still, how long is it going to be until somebody steps up and says to King James, I think it's time for a new king of the court? I mean, granted, LeBron James has been more than just the captain of the team. He's sort of been the sort of on-site coach, if you will. But still, just when you think his greatness comes and saves the day, he's got something else that sort of puts him in a little conflict with his own self. The ego overrides him. And I think that for the second year in a row, they might not even make it out of the play-in. I think for the Lakers to even go for it, he does. I'm going to say it. King James, his best years are gone. I'm just going to say it. His best years are gone. And I think the fans know it, and that's why you're seeing more of the fans glom on the Clippers. The Clippers are going to be one of the contenders this year. But the Lakers, I don't see that happening. And when it doesn't happen this year, like last year and the year after that, I think the coach and Jeannie Buss, the owner, are going to have a long talk with King James. Here's hoping his son makes the right decision when he enters the NBA draft. I have a feeling the Lakers are going to say, maybe it's time we go in a different direction, that no one with the last name of James is even a part of this. I think King James, and I will agree with Mikey, I think King James should hang it up after this season because he's had a good run, but I'm sorry, he is just no match. He's not going to make it past the GOAT. He's just going to be the kid, but the GOAT will always be, well, at least one of the GOATs will always be his airness, Michael Jordan. And I think if they don't get out of the playing game, LeBron's going to finally figure it out. He's not the GOAT. He's just the kid. And the legacy that is Jordan will finally be put where it belongs, in the Hall of Fame. Anyway, speaking of the NBA, let's give it to you. It's been set. Is it in stone? Perhaps. But here we go. Let's see. Where are we here? The 10 teams that will represent each conference. In the West, the Nuggets, the Timberwolves, the Thunder, Clippers, Mavericks, Suns, Pelicans, Lakers, Kings, and Warriors. While the Celtics, Bucks, Magic, Knicks, Cavaliers, Pacers, Heat, 76ers, Bulls, and Hawks will be the 10 in the East. But, like I said, I don't think the Lakers are going to advance. I think they're going to be embarrassed in the play-in tournament. And there's going to be a lot of questions that I don't think LeBron's got any answers for. We just have to wait and see what happens. And I will give my predictions for who's going to advance in the playoffs when the final buzzer goes in the 2024 regular season. Beyond that, good luck to all. Speaking of luck be a team tonight. Let's get some scores. This is going to be fun. Let's go to some scores. And let's start off with that beautiful thing we call the National Basketball Association. We got games that are still going on. Let's kick it to you. 2:39 left to play in the third. It is the Nuggets 78, the Jazz of Utah 70. After one quarter of play, the Golden State, speak of the Devils. The Golden State Warriors lead the Los Angeles Lakers 38-29. Minute 29 left to play in the first. The Clippers are, sorry, I have to use it. They're eclipsing the Suns 35-4. 2:36 left to play in the first. The Pelicans up on the Trailblazers 23-20. Final scores, and we got a lot. Pistons embarrassed by the 76ers 120-102. Pacers over the Raptors 140-123. Mavericks over the Hornets 130-104. In two overtimes, the Heat came on and they beat the Hawks 117-111. Milwaukee Bucks over the Boston Celtics 104-91. New York Knicks over Chicago Bulls 128-117. The Houston Rockets just playing to be spoilers and just playing for pride. Well, they got a little bit of it back against the Orlando Magic 118-106. The Timberwolves over the Wizards 130-121. Thunder over the Kings 112-105. Spurs that go jingle, jangle, jingle. Yeah. Spurs over the Grizzlies 102-87. Wow. Let's check out the standings briefly in the NBA. Let's check conferences. Here we go in the Eastern Conference. Celtics still the top dog. Bucks are 14 out. Or Celtics 62-17. Bucks 14 out at 48-31 in second. Magic 15.5 out, 46-32. They're in third. The Knicks are in fourth. They're 15.5 out, 46-32, as the Magic. Cavaliers are in fifth place, 46-32, 16 out. And the Pacers are in the Magic sixth spot, 46 and 34, 16 and a half out. And the 4 teams are going to probably be playing in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. Here we go. 76ers, 45 and 35, 17 and a half out. In 7th place, 8th place, Miami Heat, 43 and 35, 18 and a half out. Chicago Bulls in 9th, 37 and 41, 111. Oh, no, 24 and a half out. Mike says, oh my God, that Clips Sun score. Am I dreaming, Steve, or are they just resting players for the playoffs? Nurkic out for Phoenix. Well, like the NBA, their edict, they got to play them. They can't just rest them. They got to play them. And I think they're just I got to agree. They're resting some of their players, not a whole lot, but they're still. But I think they're resting some of their players, not many. They know they don't want to anger Adam Silver. Let's see. Bulls, 24 and a half out, 37-41. Hawks in the 10th spot, 25 and a half, 36 and 42. And your bottom feeders are the Nets at 11th, 31 and 48, 31 games out. Raptors are in 12th, 25 and 54, 37 out. Hornets 13th, 19 and 60, 43 out. Wizards in 14th at 15 and 64, 47 games out. Oh boy. And the Detroit Pistons, let us play them slowly into the island of forgetfulness. The Pistons, 1366, 49 games out. Western Division, Timberwolves and the Nuggets, top bow wows, 54 and 24. Thunder in the 3rd spot, 53 and 25, 1 game out. Clippers in 4th, 4 games out at 50 and 28. Mavericks, 5.5 out, 49-30. And here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun at 46 and 32, 8 games out. The 4 that could possibly be in, well, possibly, forget the word possibly, they is in. Pelicans, 8 games out at 46 and 32. So technically, the Pelicans and the Suns are battling for that 6th spot. Kings in 8th place, 45 and 33, 9 games out. The aforementioned Los Angeles Lakers in 9th, 45 and 34, 9.5 out. And the Golden State Warriors are in 10th place, that final position, 43 and 35, 11 games out of the big first place. Ooh. And the those that are going on vacation, Rockets, 38 and 40, 16 out. In 11th place, Jazz in 12th, 29-48, 25 games out. 13th place, Grizzlies, 27 and 51, 27 games out. 14th place, Trailblazers, 21 and 57, 33 games out. And the Spurs are dead last. Mikey says, yeah, Suns are playing mostly bench players while Booker and Beal are still out there. Obviously, KD's resting. Yes, I understand he's resting so much. He's over at the Holiday Inn Express. Okay. Enough of that. We go now to the main sport of sports. That's right. Let's check in with baseball. Baseball being very, very good to us. Okay, Major League Baseball, top of the 10th. Astros, Royals tied at 3. Bottom of the 7th inning, Diamondbacks over the Rockies 3-2. Top of the 4th. Rays and Angels are tied at 2. Bottom of the 4th. Nationals over the Giants 2-1. Bottom of the 2nd. Cubs, Padres are goose-egged. Final score, the Tigers. Arr, shiver me timbers. The Tigers shivered our timbers. Arr. Tigers over the Pirates 5-3. Final score, the ORIOLES Orioles beat the Red Sox 7-1. White Sox won again. They won a game. Yay, they won. Wow, 7-5 over the Cleveland Guardians. Brewers over the Reds 9-5. Yankees over the Marlins 3-2. So the newest losing streak continues. Blue Jays over the Marlins, or over the Marlins. Hey, they played too? No. Blue Jays over the Mariners. Well, both are in sad shape. Mariners, Marlins. 5-3 final score. Blue Jays over the Mariners. I call them the Mariners. They're the Mariners. But if we're combining teams, let's put it this way. Marliners. Anyway. Braves over the Mets 6-5. Dodgers dumping some Twins 6-3. Cardinals over the Phils 3-0. And the lowly A's, who probably played, well, if this was played at home, they probably played to a near empty stadium, beat the Rangers 4-3. Now, in that League of Leagues, the National Hockey League, here we go. 3 minutes left to play in the lovely game between Sabres and the Stars. Dallas Stars lead the Buffalo Sabres 3-2. End of one. First intermission. It is the Avalanche and the Wild tied at deuce. End of one. Kings and Ducks tied at 1. 3:06 left to play in the first. The Kraken over the Coyotes 2-0. Early in the first period, it's Flame Sharks in Goose Egg territory. Final score, Hurricanes over the Bruins 4-1. Panthers wiped out the Senators 2-0. And we might as well just say it. Don't think the Red Wings are going to make the playoffs again this year. Capitals beat them 2-1. Les Canadiens de Montreal, they defeated the Flyers of Philly 9-3. Maple Leafs overdone the Devils 5-2. Islanders over the Rangers in the battle for New York 4-2. Lightning over the Columbus Blue Jackets still didn't help them. The Lightning won 5-2. And in overtime, the Winnipeg Jets beat the Nashville Predators 4-3. Now, what does this all mean standings-wise for the NHL? Let's take you on that standings look, shall we? We shall. In the Atlantic, it's the Bruins, Panthers, Maple Leafs. In the Metropolitan, this is in the Eastern Conference. In the Metropolitan Division, Rangers, Hurricane, and Islanders are in. The wild card battle still is somewhat continuing. The Lightning have already clinched the top spot with 95 points. Capitals right now battling the Penguins, the Red Wings, and the Flyers for that second position. Capitals right now have it with 85 points. Penguins are the next in line with 84, as are the Red Wings, and the Flyers are at 83. So this could go, this is going to go to the last game. All right, let's take you over to the Western Conference and give you the deets from that. In the Central Division of the Western Conference, it is the Dallas Stars, the Colorado Avalanche, and the Winnipeg Jets in 1-2-3 territory. In the Pacific, it is the Vancouver Canucks, the Edmonton Oilers, and the Los Angeles Kings. And in the wild card, it's still up for grabs. Predators are on top right now with 94 points. Golden Knights, the defending Stanley Cup champs, are just 2 away at 92. The St. Louis Blues, St. Louis woman. Ba 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 ba. There you go. St. Louis Blues, they're at 87 points, and the Minnesota Wild are in the 4th spot at 83. So right now, the destiny. This is going to definitely go the last game of the season. Predators, Golden Knights could clinch a spot. We shall await and see on that. And that, guys and gals, is our standings report from the NHL. Now, In the UEFA Cup Champions League, the champions. Someday we should play that on the kazoo. The UEFA theme. Arsenal and Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals, tied at 2. And guess what happened in the Real Madrid Manchester City game? I bet you can't guess. I'll guess. I'll tell you, even if you can guess. They tied at 3. Let's take a look at the table in the Champions League, shall we? By the way, you can catch UEFA Champions League action on CBS, streaming on Paramount Plus. In Group A, let's see, 16 points, Bayern Munich in first, Copenhagen with 8 points in second, Galatasaray is in third with 5 points, and Manchester United is in the bottom with 4 points. In Group B, Man U's my soccer team. Go Red Devils. Man U, 4 points, 4th place. Group B, Arsenal, 13 points. Paris, PSV with 9 points. Lens in third with 8 points. And Seville with just 2 single points. Group D, Real Madrid with 18. Napoli with 10. Sporting Braga with 4. And FC Union Berlin with 2 points. Group D, Real Sociedad with 12 points, as is Inter with also 12. Benfica with 4. And Salzburg with 4 points. Group E, Atletico Madrid, 14 points. Lazio. Wherefore art thou, Lazio? You're in 10th. Fjord with 6 points. And Celtic with 4 points. In Group F, yeah, we're almost done here, kiddies. Group F, Borussia Dortmund has 11 points. Paris Saint-Germain has 8 points. AC Milan also with 8 points. Newcastle United at 3. Group, that's F. Yes, that is F. Group G, I don't like any sports, but just want to say, hey. Oh, Candy Cane, how you doing? I don't like any sports, but just want to say hey in Sports Channel. Thank you, Candy Cane. Mikey says, I like your Desilu mic setup there. Thank you. Let's see. Group G, Manchester City with 18 points. Leipzig with 12 points. Young Boys with 4 points. Red Star Brigade with a single digit. And let's see. Group C, D, F, G, H. Group H, Barcelona with 12. Porto with 12. Shakhtar Donetsk with 9. And Royal Antwerp with 3 points. Now, you're probably asking yourself, Steve, who's advancing to the knockout stage? Well, I'm going to tell you who's going to advance. In Group A, it's Bayern Munich and FC Copenhagen. Group B, Arsenal and PSV. Group C, Real Madrid, Napoli. Group D, Real Sociedad and Inter. Atletico Madrid and Lazio advance in Group E. Group F, Borussia Dortmund and Paris Saint-Germain. It's Group F. Group G, Manchester City and Leipzig. And the final Group H, Barcelona and Porto will be in advancing to the knockout stage. And the single team going to the Europa League, very simple. In Group A, it's Galatasaray. In Group B, Lens. In Group C, Sporting Braga. Group D, it'll be Benfica. Group E, Fjord. I love that name. Fjord. Group F, it'll be AC Milan. Group G, Young Boys, and Group H will be Shakhtar Donetsk. So there you go. See, we carry everything here on this broadcast, including soccer. Okay, we have got about 9 minutes left. Let's check out some of the other scores while we have this moment in time and no punishment. Here we go, Barcelona. And please, everybody, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell everyone that loves sports or even may just tolerate sports. Come on down. We have a good time, and I might do some of my voices. That's right. We're going to have some fun with sport because why? Because we can. Sports are fun, and they are supposed to be fun, and we make them fun on this show. Okay, everybody dance. See, we got some MLS action to squawk to you about. Let's see here. There we go, kiddies. There we go. I don't think we got much of an MLS action here, so we'll just say over to the football, or soccer. Let's go to some ice hockey, and let's see if we got some Canadian action. Oh yes, the OHL Ontario Hockey League playoffs. Kitchener defeated Erie in overtime. In the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League playoffs, it was Sherbrooke over Blainville Boisbar 3-1. Yes. Do you have live streams, Steve? I love to co-host a few shows with you. Well, besides this lovely little ingot of fun that I like to do, there's the Maple Leafs eliminated New Jersey after a 5-2 win earlier in the NHL. Shalom, New Jersey. You were enjoyed. Let's see. Let's go to a little minor league. Let's do a little minor league cha-cha dance here. Minor league baseball, please. Minor league baseball. There you go.
Here are the top search results.
Oh, thank you. minorleaguebaseball.com. There we go. Well, hush my mouth and call me Shirley. Okay, let's get to what I love about minor league baseball. It's cheap to go to. If we're ready, let's go for some scores. That's right, we're going for some scores. Scores. See anyone doing some AAA tonight? As we wait for that wonderful thing to happen to us. Any AAA baseball coming tonight? AAA baseball's coming to town tonight. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, here, maybe I should do it this way. Maybe I should try. There we. Oh, hey, there we are. Okay. That's Puspooky. MILB.com. I think this is the only live stream I got here. I'm working on a Twitch stream. We should get it up in a couple of weeks. Okay. Working on getting things faster and faster. We like to have fun with sports. That's why we love this. And by the way, just a little reminder for you baseball, basketball, and hockey fans that love to watch your teams on Valley Sports Net. The Bally name is going bye-bye after this year. Sports is life. Sports is love. If sports was a woman, I would marry it, and we would have about 5 kids. There you go. Let's get to the scores. Let's go to the tables. Okay. Let's give me all the scores, baby. Give me all the scores. Please, 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 Magic Box. There we go. It's nice when your cue cards is on a tablet. Good points all, Steve. Thank you very much. All right. In AAA, top of the seventh, Sugarland over Albuquerque, 11-2. And that's in top of the seventh. Top of the seventh, Tacoma over Reno, 3-0. Top of the fifth, El Paso over Sacramento, 2-0. Mid-third, Salt Lake over Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Yeah, Salt Lake leading 4-0. Final scores, Omaha over Gwinnett, 10-3. Your liners are 10 runs, 14 hits, 1 error for Omaha. Gwinnett, 3-7-1. Bolin, the winner, he's 1-1. Noah, NYOA. Noah is 0-1. Is 0-1. Iowa over St. Paul, 9-7, 9-13-1 for Iowa, 7-6-0 for St. Paul. Thompson, 1-0. Got that one. And Bushley. Are those boys in Albuquerque still the Dukes? I'm going to see here. Nope, I think they are the. Oh, hello there. They're they are the Albuquerque Isotopes. Famed in song and story in every Simpsons episode. Waha. Famed in song and story, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so let's keep going with the scores. Let's see. Let's keep going with the scores. Thank you. Jettison. There we go. Jettison that. Okay. Columbus beat Louisville 13-4, 13-11-1 for Columbus, 4-5-2 for Louisville. Lively, a winner, he's 1-0. Phillips, a loser, he's 1-1. Buffalo over Rochester, 6-5, 6-9-0 for Buffalo, 5-12-0 for Rochester. Watson, the winner, he's 1-0. Willingham, the loser, he's 0-1. Cook with a save, that's his second. Indianapolis over Toledo, Toledo over Indianapolis. Hi there, Reed. There. Toledo over Indianapolis, 6-5, 6-9-1 for Toledo. For Indianapolis, 5-12-0. Vasquez, your winner for Toledo, he's 2-0. Plasmeyer, the loser, 1-0. And Hannafy got the save. Ba-ba-ba-ba. That's right. I remember when they were Dukes as well as being with the LA Dodgers, AAA farm team. Also followed the Phoenix Firebirds back in the day before Arizona got the D-backs. Cool. I follow the Lugnuts up in the Lansing area. They're my team. They're now, well, they're now the official farm club of the soon-to-be Las Vegas Athletics. Okay, let's make this one a singing one, shall we? Scranton Wilkes-Barre 5, Norfolk 2, 5-6-0 for Scranton Wilkes-Barre, 2-5-1 for Norfolk. I see Michigan Lugnuts, yes. Aikiba. Barclay gets a win. He's 1-0. Armbruster gets lost. He's 0-1. And Mizulik gets his first save. Here's a final score, and I'm going to read it. Durham beat Lehigh Valley by a safety, actually by about 18 points. That's right. Durham, 28. Lehigh Valley, 10. 28-26-1 for Durham, 10-16-1 for Lehigh Valley. Ramirez gets the win. He's 1-0. Allard the loss. He's 0-1. Jacksonville over Charlotte, 4-1, 4-7-3 for Jacksonville, 1-2-1 for Charlotte. Monteverde gets the win, 2-0. Nastrini gets the loss. He's 0-1. In 6 innings, Nashville over Memphis in a more calmer score, 15-2, 15-12-0 for Nashville, 2-6-1 for Memphis. I love this name that I'm about to tell you. You're going to love it. Junk got the win. He's 1-1. Santos got the loss. He's 0-2. And Oklahoma City and Round Rock got postponed due to rain. The makeup on that date will be April the 10th. So we got anything on the double A? Beep, beep. Yeah, we do, but okay, let's see here. Okay. Can we do it? Because we are 2 minutes over time. Why not? Why not just give all the scores here? We do so. But we'll do that. Well, let's see if we got some high A. High A. Let's see. Durham. Oh, by the way, Lansing beat Great Lakes Saloons 7-2. There you go. And we're looking for the Durham Red Bulls game. Let's get over here to the mic. And one question, here we go. Did the Durham Bulls play? Did the Durham Red Bulls play?
Here's what I found.
Okay, let's. Yeah. What was the score of tonight's Durham Bulls game? And I call them Durham Bulls. They're the Red Bulls. Jeez.
These are the top results.
Okay, let's go to it. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Okay, for you Durham fans, your final scores or your final score was, ladies and gentlemen, ba-bam. I say this again in the words of the mighty, ba-bam. Babarn, babooey, Barcelona. Durham defeated Lehigh Valley 28-10. Oh, dear God. Wow. That was a game. Anyway, we got more for you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Our hour is done, plus 2 minutes. We will be back tomorrow night, same time, same place, to bring you all the best that we can give you. And please, hit that like button, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your cats and dogs if you want. We got a good sportscast here. We have fun, we have thrills, we have chills, we have spills, and that's mainly for me. So thank you all very much for tuning in. Taylor Swift, greater than Disney, Star Wars, and MCU. You came a little late. We're now on at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Matt G, we're now on at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, not on 11:30 anymore. We're on at 10 p.m. Please join us. Everybody, please join us at our new time slot, 10 p.m. And if we can, we might stretch this 30 minutes on Monday, starting Monday, and go to 11:30. But you know, we should 10:30 to 11:30 starting Monday. The edict has been given. So we'll see you tomorrow night, 10 to 11:30. Yeah, that should be fun. 10 to 11:30, starting Monday. We love 10 o'clock. So y'all have a very pleasant good evening. Remember, keep them sporty balls shiny. And we will be back tomorrow with the usual hour show. Till then, good night. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network. Back tomorrow night. Have a fun and enjoyable evening. Good night.